I can already tell this one's gonna suck.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor.
I'm gonna watch
Had a
this just to get
long
into the
and successful
vibe.
reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
I never watched that whole thing. Well, at least not since starting this recent stream. I figured I would actually give it a watch again. I know, not like I don't know it, but it's quite good, it's quite tickling. I remember back when the game wouldn't load fast enough, so you'd have to kind of watch like half of that before you were able to play. I see I hit my signature move when I got off yesterday.
Yeah.
Stop playing in the middle of the woods so I have no fucking clue where I am when I get back.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm heading, more than likely heading to Ratai, if that's my quest.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? These charcoal burners? What are we doing out here? What are you failers up to? These are charcoal burners.
How are you, Henry?
Are these the charcoal burners? That I'm here to, you know, that I came here to see looking for ginger? I don't think they are. Okay, so we were here. I think I'm at this kiln right here. Yeah. This looks about where I'm at. So where the fuck are those other charcoal burners? Up here, right? Yeah, along this stretch. I ain't doing all that. I think it's either these ones or these ones that the dude was living with. I'm here. I may as well go up there and see if I can find the charcoal burners.
Down! Yeah.
Is this where I am? I'm actually having doubts now after looking at this road that I'm going down. There's a stream right there. I think I might be at this camp, actually. No, I just rode past the Consolation Cross. No, okay, yeah. So I'm here. I was right the first time. Never should have doubted myself. Why isn't there a creek? I guess there kind of is. It doesn't really run along the road like it does on the map, though.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not fucking in this. I'm not here. There's no way. There's no fucking bridge near this place.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I turned around and came back towards the charcoal burner camp. Okay, well at least I can kind of look at it now and maybe maybe try and figure out a little bit better where I'm at. Okay, I'm at a cross at a split. I saw a cross at a split. Somewhere. Cross at a split by water. Am I here? I'm here. Okay, wow. Yeah, I was way off. I was not even fucking close. All right. Yeah, charcoal burner twins. These guys are the ones who...
What the?
I'm pretty certain.
God save you. What can I do for you?
Yeah, there we go.
I'd like to buy charcoal from you.
Of course, Henry. Anything for you.
It might be more than you think.
How much charcoal could you possibly need?
5 bags. On a regular basis.
Haven't you noticed winter is over?
There's a new forge in Pribyslavitz, and I need to supply it with charcoal, seeing as how I'm the bailiff.
Bailiff, eh? Well, I never. Congratulations.
It's not a bed of roses, but thanks.
All right. But we can't let you have that amount for nothing, even if you did help us with ginger.
Don't worry, I wouldn't expect that.
How are you going to haul the charcoal?
I've got a merchant of my own.
Dude,
He'll
I'm
come here regularly with a
working
wagon
that
to pick it
fucking
up.
merchant
You
in
just have to load it
sources.
for him.
As you wish. About the price?
Bro's gonna have stone, wheat, and charcoal, and meat all on one wagon. Going back to Pribyslavitz every day.
Deal.
All right. We'll send the first load as soon as your wagon gets here. See you later.
Easy. I literally stumbled upon the camp. Complete accident. Almost went on a wild goose chase that if I had gone on it, the only good ending would have been me going in a big ass circle and finding this place again, which probably wouldn't have happened. I probably would have given up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always bitch about it, but the horse turning around whenever you open the map, like mid-gallop, always pisses me off. Especially when my fucking compass doesn't work. It just has lines on it. Like, I don't know where I'm at. You can't be fucking turning me around, putting a bucket over my head and spinning me. Like, what are we doing? Pebbles will straight up wait for me. Oh my god. Wait for me to start looking at my map.
Yeah.
And just like sprint off into a random direction. It's like sleepwalking, except I'm not asleep and I'm not walking. Alright, we're back here. We should be able to pass through here. Yes. Like a stick in the road. No, it's not the shrine, but
Yeah.
the shrine would be over here. It's funny, I'd always pass this place, and I think I even stopped at one point to try and talk to the people who are here, be like, hey, can you get me, you know,
Yeah.
I see you got cows, can you give me meat? And, like, I can't even talk to the settlers here before they get sacked.
Yeah.
Ooh, did I take a wrong turn? Okay, I'm gonna want to take the one that goes into the scary woods. That'll get me back to Ledechko. Dude, I'm like a filthy, grubby vagabond. I'm all fucking covered in soot. My clothes are torn.
To me? Yeah.
I told the dog to hunt once, and now every time he sees a bunny, it's on sight. He will break whatever formation I have him in, and he will dart directly for that fucking rabbit and tear it asunder. Son of a bitch. I took the wrong turn, now I'm at the tavern on the green.
Yeah.
Okay, going back up this fuck-ass road. Take a left, and then only take lefts.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay. Second left, and then only take lefts. Wait a minute. That certainly is it. I don't even need to look. And then I gotta look for the faintest shit brown dirt path on the side of the road. Because that's the main thoroughfare back to the biggest city in the Sasau region. Or at the very least, biggest castle. I guess Sasau would be the biggest city in the Sasau region.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not a fucking road. Where is this left turn? Am I stupid? Yes, I am stupid. Alright.
Yeah.
I feel like with the frequency I ask that fucking question, I'm only proving myself stupider the more I ask it. It's like, yeah, theory confirmed. Let's start building on that. Let's start working on it. The noble little wood gnome that sits under the log hitting it with a hammer. That's what's making that noise, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a quest here? What the fuck could you possibly need from me? Fine work for Matthew and Fritz.
Flour, eggs, salt, yeast.
I guess I'm in here. I may as well stop in.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me. She said you could use some help.
Some extra pairs of hands would be useful. What do you have in mind?
My friends, two survivors of Scalitz, are looking for work.
And why should I take that?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's a lot of work here at the mill, and I'm not as spry as I used to be. Thomas, my foreman, tries his best, but he ain't up to that kind of work. But they aren't idlers and drunks, are they? I only take in people who are willing to do hard, honest work.
They're basically my neighbors. They literally were my neighbors. I like how I have to use speech because that's a fucking lie. You know me. Can you please just take them, please? They are literally both of those things.
Miller, you know me. Everyone around here knows me. And you also probably know that I work for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
Really?
Really? And I'll be very grateful if you do this for me. I know how to reward those who help me.
I know. People around here know you. Tell them I'll give them a chance. We'll talk about pay and a roof over their heads when they get here. Good luck to you.
Then they get here and they discover the fun secret is that there's no pay and no roof over the head.
Yeah.
Not like Matthew and Fritz deserve the fucking world more than that. In the second game, you can come down to these little ponds and bathe yourself if you have soap. Which I think's nice. You don't have to go to the bathhouse every time you want to just wash the fucking shit stains off of your full suit of multi-thousand-dollar armor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I might have swung too wide. Yeah, I don't think I need to go this far. Yeah, I'm literally gonna fucking circle. I can just go straight across.
Yeah.
The consolation crosses and shrines dotted around the map are really nice, though, I'm not gonna lie. They have effectively saved me from being totally and hopelessly lost multiple times. We need to get Pebbles to the fucking gym, man. I swear to God. Need to work on that cardio. I wonder if that house actually has a gap in it, or if there's just a rendering error because it's so far away. Like, it could be like one of those half sheds that the blacksmiths have, but it could also just be bugged out. I forgot Teresa can repair my clothes. Dude, I'm gonna give her a silver ring for each finger. She's gonna walk around looking like a fucking pimp.
What the?
Alright, you gotta stop with this, like, walking out of the house and I'm trying to talk to you shit.
I've got something for you.
Oh my God.
I know this is your favorite.
It is indeed. Thank you.
Is it Saber Schnapps? Ah, Chad. Chad wife. Oh, I can't give gifts. I can't. I don't have someone to just dump my silver rings on anymore. Bullshit.
Lad, don't you want a little
I've got something that needs stitching up.
me?
Could you do it for me?
All right. I can't have you walking around in torn rags, can I? Show it here.
Walks away. Doesn't even let me repair my shit. Oh, she just repaired it all without me having to. Okay. Crazy. I didn't even have to select the stuff in my inventory, and she's just like, I know what you want repaired. Did that shit while I was wearing the clothes. Hans Capon just chilling at the baths. I can tell because my GPS tracker telling me where he's at. I got a little air tag on him like he's a fucking dog. Also, something I knew but I never realized is that Yannick, the guy who I stole this this fucking tabard or hallbook, a Waffenrock. The guy who I stole the Waffenrock from, and Yaroslav both have voice lines. Like special voice lines for when you first come to the castle that I did not hear. I don't think I've ever heard. I don't think I've ever talked to them when I first came to the castle. They gave you another Waffenrock, bro? They shouldn't have. You shouldn't have lost your first one.
Greetings. What business have you?
Sir, I'm afraid I have some bad news. We came across a burnt-out farm near Merhoyed.
Christ. It seems Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
Now, this is something else, sir. We found a shield there with a crest. A tricolour star on a blue field.
I know that coat of arms, unfortunately. It's the House of Zul.
There was a letter there, too.
Show it to me. Although I think I already know what it will say.
Here you are, sir.
I did not read his letter.
Unscrupulous beast.
Oh, he'll read it for me. Good.
Cruelty and malevolence. I challenge you to face me in a duel, defend your honor. Antinomius Reg? Well, that's nice. Signed, Hagen Zul. As I expected, old grievances coming back to haunt me.
What happened between you and Sir Hagen?
That's a long story.
Well, I'd like to hear the whole story, sir, if you wouldn't mind.
Very well. It began in the first year of King Wenceslas's reign. He sent me to resolve a dispute between the Zuls and a neighboring house. It concerned land boundaries. The Zuls had refused to accept the ruling of the land court. His Majesty's position was a little shaky after his coronation. So a decision was made in the royal court to take radical action against any dissent in the kingdom. Since the Zul family was defying the king, we were obliged to punish them. Harshly, as the circumstances demanded. The head of the family, Hagen's father, was hanged. their castle razed to the ground and their property confiscated.
Over a property
So
dispute?
They're out for vengeance. But you acted according to the law.
Yeah, you're in the
That's
right.
simple, lad. I was young and didn't realize the repercussions it would bring. For one thing, the king didn't use it to strengthen his position. On the contrary, he took less and less interest in such affairs.
How come?
Because he realized things would eventually sort themselves out. He promoted me to royal hetman, leaving him to pursue other interests. Secondly, my actions essentially created another band of robbers. When you strip a nobleman of his property, you can't expect him to take to begging. And thirdly, I wasn't aware at the time that the other party to the dispute was distantly related to me. Naturally, that made it look like I was acting in self-interest. If I'd known what I know today, I'd have been a lot more circumspect.
Something that I've kind of heard, and I'm not like really a history buff, so this might... History buff. I can't speak. I'm having cognitive decline. But something that I've heard is that Warhorse arguably, potentially kind of whitewashed these characters a little bit compared to their real-life contemporaries. I haven't done the most insane research into it, but Sir Radzig is definitely one of the more written in a better light characters from what I've seen in different, I guess, depictions of how he was in real life. Like one example I can think of is his garrison being at Perkstein and him residing in Perkstein wasn't something that the real character, I guess the real person of Hans Capon was like a consenting party to. So much so that they had to wait for the kingdom to get back in order and the courts to like get shit back underway for him to get fucking forcefully evicted from Perkstein. That's also how the Sir Hanish, Sir Hans thing apparently ended in real life too, is that the fucking Bohemian court, or like what, however that process works, like the royal court was like, what are you fucking doing? Get out of there. Then they evicted Radzig, or whatever his fucking name is in real life. Like I said, troglodyte cave creature. Everything I just said, factually incorrect.
This Sir Hagen wants to challenge you to a duel.
Apparently, he still hopes I will agree to this kind of outmoded solution to disputes.
But surely you can't refuse a challenge to a duel. What about your honor?
Henry, my boy, honor is a splendid thing, and it should be held in high regard. But in time, you'll learn that some matters are not so straightforward.
Like this one?
Yes, like this one. The only reason Hagen is challenging me now is that he has a marked advantage. I've served as the royal hetman for the last 15 years and become a courtier. Hagen, meanwhile, was fighting in the Margraviate Wars in Moravia, and elsewhere as a mercenary. Which of us do you think would win a duel? That's not honor, but an abuse of honor. Commonplace opportunism. I don't blame him for trying, but I'm not such a fool as to play by his rules.
Well, what are we going to do about this?
You and Kuno's band will just have to deal with Hagen and prevent further mayhem. The longer he's marauding around these parts, the greater the chances that I'll finally have to succumb to his conditions.
So you'd fight him, if it came to that?
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But maybe there's something else behind this challenge. Maybe it's coin he's after. Who knows?
All right. We'll deal with him, sir.
I'm sure you will, Henry.
I'd like to ask something about this Sir Hagen.
Sure. See you later.
Everything I know about like the history behind Sir Radzig I've learned from YouTube videos. But I would not be fucking shocked to my core to find out that the real, if there is a real historical event, that the House of Zool and like the taking of their fiefs is based on. And he coincidentally aided his own family. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's all medieval politics is coincidentally aiding your own
With
family.
salt,
Like, what are we
caraway
doing?
seeds, garlic, and more. You'll find it.
I could be wrong. I am factually incorrect, 100%.
Garlic, onions, mushrooms, and asparagus. Come right up.
Greetings. God be with you.
Let's have a word about the price. Is this enough?
Close. Aye.
We love bargaining. We love haggling.
What do you need?
Rooms for your house, rakes and hoes for your field. What else do you
I thought he said rooms for your house, like bro was selling real estate. I'll come to your home and construct a whole new living room for you. I'll do anything. Please give me money. Alright, I was about to say, now what do I do? But it's 100% ride back out into the woods. Is this one up by Ravna? I'm not going up there for a minute, probably. Rain. Green Hermujits would make the most sense. There are markers for where you can go to get the stuff? I did not know that. That's evil and mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I can convince myself to do more Band of Bastards. I honestly could probably blitz through this entire DLC without really taking a break from it. It's pretty entertaining. There are like one or two parts where I'm like, oh my god, like running around that fucking barn. And then I'm pretty sure there's another one coming up where I gotta go like to Sasau and talk to peasants or something. I don't remember. I just remember that it's annoying and I hated it every time I had to do it.
Yeah.
I really only go after this DLC every playthrough because Hagenzool's armor is insane.
What is it, Jakey?
The stone wants to talk with you, if you can call it that. Probably about that ring.
What ring?
Ah, no one told you about it. The fellas call it the Ring of Bacchus. It's a kind of game we play. Kuno gave us this ring. It's just a worthless bauble. But when we're at the tavern, Kuno pays everything for the man who has the ring. So we steal the ring from each other and try to trick each other. Well, actually, just the others. They won't let me play. Kuno says I'm too young to get boozed up.
That sounds like a lot of fun. But I don't have the ring, so...
Too young to get boozed up. I just tapped out.
He
Oops.
probably wants you to steal it from someone. Since you're new, the fellows will talk to you, and it won't be suspicious.
Yeah, right. But too young to get boozed up is crazy because not only is he European, but he's Eastern European, bro. Like, this is a 9-year-old boy we're talking to if they're not letting him
can
drink.
You tell me something about yourself?
Want to get matey, eh? Sure, Henry. What do you want to know?
How did you end up in Kuno's band?
Well, I used to be a baker's hand in Prague, but all the other fellas were always on my back, always swearing at me. Sometimes they even beat me up, took everything I had. To make a bit of coin, I started going to the tavern across the road, entertaining the rich gents with jokes, playing the fool. Sometimes someone would throw me a half-groschen. One time, Kuno turned up there, and I got to talking with him. When I told him all the shit I was getting at the bakery, he offered to take me with him.
I bet you were glad to get out of there.
Yeah, though it's not like they give me much peace here either. It's all,
Jakey, come here. Jakey, go there. Jakey, get that.
Well, surely you can't be any worse off here than in the bakery.
no. Only, at the bakery, the worst I ever got was a beating. It's not like my life was in danger. But here, when those Bierman brothers are drunk, I have to keep well out of sight.
Fucking pull them apart like horses, dude.
How come they bullied you at the bakery? It's usually the shy ones bullies pick on. That's not exactly you.
Not now, maybe. I learned a thing or two since then.
Oh, come on, you shy? You just said you were playing the fool and telling jokes in the tavern.
All right, I'll tell you the truth. They picked on me because I'm an orphan. The parish priest of St. Apollinaires in Prague found me as a baby in the church one winter's morning. I spent half my childhood in parish houses and half on the street.
I see. That must have been tough.
It still is tough, I can tell you that.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zool?
Zool? Huh. I'd rather keep that to myself. But since you're the only one who's interested in my opinion, I'll tell you. I reckon Radzig's making a big mistake. I might not be grown up yet, but I've walked in these shoes long enough to know that asking a mercenary to do something for nothing is stupid.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Never mind. It's just a feeling I have. If Kuno heard me talking about it, he'd tan my hide.
All right, we'll drop it then.
Who is this fucking guy just walked into camp?
I'm glad to see you.
I'm not glad to see you. Why are you in my camp? Why are you from Ratai?
God be with you.
I guess it's not my camp, but... Bro's out here dangling it.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
What do you want to know?
Why do they call you Dangler?
That's not...
Kuno found me dangling on the end of a rope.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see. So, he saved you from execution?
I wouldn't call it an execution exactly. At the time I was squire to the Lord of Buzitz. There was a proper knight for you. Full of ideals and honour. I looked up to him as a hero. Then in one skirmish he was killed, and the foe took me captive. They stood me on a shaky wooden cross with my hands tied behind my back and a noose around my neck. For amusement. Then they rode off laughing.
But how long were you stuck there?
I couldn't tell you. Hours, maybe days. In the end everything started going black. I could feel the devil pulling me down by the legs.
Jesus! How on earth did you survive?
I didn't. When Kuno found me, he says I was dead as a doornail. They cut me down and took the rope off me. Then someone gave me a kick and I coughed and came back to life. Sort of.
Okay, buddy.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
Story was cool. Right up until he's like...
That robber baron who's been pillaging Sir Radzig's estate. Didn't Kuno tell you?
He did. But then he says a lot of things. Zul, Radzig, Sokol and Hinek of Kravan, Wenceslas, Sigismund. It all goes in one ear and out the other. What do I care? Ride somewhere,
Fucking
kill some
amen,
fellas,
brother.
have a drink, and go to sleep.
Amen,
Lucky
brother.
It won't rain while you're at it. That's all.
Yeah, he's a little edgy, but I kind of fuck with Dangler, bro.
Which is lying dead on the ground. Jesus, he says. What happened here? Well, the wife says to me, what can I do to please you? And I says to her, well, you can grab my cock and squeeze it, and don't stop squeezing till it's stiff.
Delayed reaction.
Tell me something about yourself.
What do you want to know?
How did you and Jan end up with Kuno?
Me and my brother been riding with coinmen since we was little. This was just another mercenary band for us. But Kuno seemed like a decent kind of fellow who'd treat us fair.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
Well, I'm worried Kuno is underestimating Hagen. I was at the siege of Lansenbach with the both of them, so I know a thing or two about it. Hagen's got all these noble airs and graces. These knights that talk of honor and glory. Kuno reckons they're like lost lambs on the battlefield, and he's usually right. But that Hagen ain't no lamb. He's a cold-blooded killer, by all accounts.
Supposed to be the big, scary, ominous bearman. I ask him 2 questions, and the conversation ends with, I'm scared of him. He's a monster. He'll kill everyone.
Can you tell me?
Why not? I haven't been to confession for a while.
How did you end up in Kuno's band?
It's nothing new for me and my brother. We've been fighting for coins since we were old enough to carry swords. Last time we rode with one Lombardian by the name of Collini. All over Bavaria, Austria and that.
What happened? Did you fall out?
Nah, we just wanted to come back to Bohemia. You know how it is. Where no one understands a word you say, it ain't worth a damn.
You and Petter seem very close.
As brothers should be, lad.
To tell the truth, I'd never have guessed the two of you came from the same mother.
Oh, we've got the same ma, all right. I ain't got no ma and neither does he. And the same goes for our pa. It's probably Satan himself.
Oh. I'm a bit confused. You're not actually brothers?
We might be. We might not. A band of mercenaries found us in a village when I was still a baby, and better hardly walking. Playing in the dirt together we was. Their leader took a shine to us for some reason. He took us away and raised
Fucking
us
kidnapped.
up.
Kidnapped
Raised
by
us swords for
mercenaries
playthings
from the
and
village.
ale for mother's milk. A few years later, he was killed in Saxony.
No shit.
The band fell apart.
The child kidnapping
We joined
mercenary was
another
killed
right away. That's the way it's been ever since.
in battle or by
over
peasants.
and over.
So you two never had... well,
A normal life. We ride from one fight to another, risking our necks and killing who they pay us to kill. That's normal for us. Always has been.
what do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
That's a very tricky matter, I can tell you. Them Zuls are well known among us mercenaries. Hagen and his two brothers fought in the Margraviate Wars. That's quite a feather to have in your cap. On the other hand, they've got their weaknesses.
Like what?
They still like to think of themselves as high and mighty lords. Kuno got over that, thank Christ, and he treats us all like equals.
You think Hagen's men have no great love for him?
Well, I'd say they're running before his whip more than following his flag, if you understand me.
Aye. I see what you're getting at.
Very well articulated conversationalists. I was not expecting that from the Bearman brothers, who Jakey is afraid will dismember him.
Jakey sent me to you. Something about a ring?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you want me to get it from someone?
Mm-hmm.
Who has it? I didn't quite... Is it fletching?
Mm-mm.
Does Dangler have it?
Mm.
Alright. How should I get it?
Alright, thanks, buddy. Dangler's probably up there writing fucking slam poetry. It'll be easy to get it from him. He's not a snitch, right? Is that Jan or Peter? Peter might snitch, but that's Jan. Jan won't snitch. I do not want your fucking pretzel, big dog. Motherfucker.
What the... You thieving magpie!
Ow!
Almost had that shit too.
Bah, yeah!
Oh, the whole camp's trying to fight me now? I'm not doing all that. I was gonna say, but I just gotta knock out Dangler, easy peasy. Fucking. Got that shit. You know, I would not have saved scum. I would have just knocked the shit out of Dangler and called it a day. But I feel like that would have very quickly degraded into me having to kill probably 1 or 2 mercenaries, which would have failed the quest.
I got the ring from Dangler.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, I suppose there's not much more either of us can say about it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, thanks to you too.
Silence is gold and another myth. Very good. I bet he's read that one a couple times. What did that say? Oh, okay.
Sir Radzig told me the Rickvold family lost its wealth. How did that happen?
There's all sorts of ways to become impoverished. Nothing easier. Especially when your father's a fool. And your mother's mad as a bat.
Oh.
But it's a long and twisted story. We took our name from Rickval Castle. But that actually belonged to the convent of the Poor Clares in Tynitz. And my father only leased it. You see, he knew the abbess there since they were young. Knew her very well. There was even talk that she only joined the order because her family wouldn't let her marry him. Anyway, whether he was fucking her right there in the convent, or he just took a lot of interest in scripture, he spent an awful lot of time in Tynitz.
Oh, he might have been after a bit of both.
Sinning and confessing all in one place. Well, I can see the convenience of it. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told, her sanity was always shaky. Pa's escapades drove her cuckoo entirely. Then, one frosty December morning, I was woken by screaming and smoke. I looked out the window. I saw my mother there, in the courtyard, wreathed in flames. Behind her, the stables, the farm buildings and the tower were burning too. And she just stood there, shrieking with laughter.
Christ, that sounds like a scene straight out of hell.
Hellish it was, I can tell you. Me and my sister Adela and a few servants managed to get out before the whole place went up. I couldn't get to my father. Or my little brother. Poor lad was only 7. My sister and I were left destitute after the fire. Then my cousin, Adam of Drevich, took us into his castle. A few weeks later, he offered to buy what was left of our estates and sell me a small fortress near Akovnik. It was a great relief. We suddenly had some hope of a future again. So I told my sister about it. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. A week later, the two of them announced to me they were getting married. And all that was left of our estates, lands, woods, villages, Adela was to get it all as a dowry.
But surely that was for you to decide. You were the head of the family, right?
Aye. Only I barely had 17 years under my belt, and I'd just lost everything. Of course, I argued with them, and that was the only excuse they needed to kick me out of Drevich too.
That's pretty harsh.
You're telling me. But I'm not complaining.
Doesn't sound like
My
the family's
father always
poor. It
used to
sounds
say,
like you, my
if you
friend,
turn your
are
hand to
poor.
something, you never be lost. I doubt it ever crossed his mind how often I'd remember those words.
The rest of the Rickwalds seem to be doing just fucking fine. Well, the ones that aren't, you know, like, dead.
I'd like to ask about your men.
Ask away.
I really can't.
What about the fellow they call Dangler?
I've never ridden with a better man, I can tell you. He doesn't say a lot, but for that, he listens all the better. Nothing escapes him.
So he scouts for you?
Not just that. It's happened more than once. I was closing a deal with someone, and Dangler told me after that he didn't like the smell of the fella nearly every time he was right. And the fellow tried to stab me in the back afterwards.
didn't like the
I've been to
smell.
see Sir Radzig.
Literally the smell of him,
So
I
how
would
did he take
imagine,
the
just because
news?
of how
Well,
Dangler's
he wasn't
demeanor
exactly
is.
happy about it.
Up there
I can
sniffing
well
people.
imagine. I wouldn't want the Zul's plundering my estates either, if I had any.
He wants us to carry on patrolling the area. There's nothing else for it.
That makes sense. I don't think he'll come to us. So we'll just have to hope we run into him. I'd like to check out the big forest to the north, and then carry on via Ujits.
Sure.
Mount up then, and let's go.
Alright, I'll watch the map, see where we go. Okay, past Ledechko, going north, alright. Burned out village, going north, alright. We're past Townburg, going north. Take a right, we're right outside Ujits. Now I won't get lost when I try and go home.
Please, can we stop for a bit? My arse is aching, and I've such a thirst I could drink a moat dry.
Same here. What do you say, Chief?
Not to worry. We'll reach Ujits soon. We'll spend the night there.
I heard they've got a peculiar priest there. They say he drinks like the devil himself.
There's nothing strange about that. Every other man of the cloth is a swill pot.
Or a lecher.
Or both.
Quiet. Listen.
For the love of God, help!
Please, please, sir, help me.
Don't worry, lass. Nothing to fear. We're with Sir Radzig, in the manner of speaking. What's the matter?
These brigands came. The menfolk fled and left us there. They started pillaging the place, drinking whatever they could find and smashing things. I ran off, but the other girls, you've got to save them. Please, I beg you.
Easy, lass. Drinking, you say?
Aye, sir. They rolled the casks into the courtyard and started swilling like pigs from a trough.
Well, as our old cook used to say, if you want to make a proper goulash, you should soak the meat in ale for a while to soften it first.
Ah, let them get well soaked, and then go and chop them up. Good thinking, Chief.
But what about the girls? Those men, they were...
I'm sure your friends won't be getting nothing they ain't had before.
Well, unless they be nuns.
Alright, I take back what I said about the bearmen being charismatic and honorable.
Kuno, the girl's right. If we delay, her friends will pay the price for it.
I appreciate your advice, Henry. But it's caution that'll keep you alive, not chivalrous deeds.
Oh my god, dude. Vagina baby.
How do you think Sir Radzig will look if you let that happen? What will people say?
If I cared what people say, I wouldn't be a mercenary. It's no skin off my nose.
Well, I can tell you, Sir Radzig cares, and so do I. So we better ride there right now.
All right. I hope your Radzig will take care of my funeral mass too. My sin-burdened soul will need a bit of a push to get through the gates of heaven.
Don't worry. They won't be as drunk as you'd like, but they won't be entirely sober either.
True enough. Let's do it then.
Fucking Chud Knight.
Right. We better try and save those
stand
girls
here and wait
from
around.
Hagen's brutes. Let's go.
Let women be assaulted while we stand on the hill, fingers in our asses. Yeah, that's some real fucking top tier strategy.
Who wants their back covered?
But the...
It's all in the wrist, Dangler.
And best to take off your gauntlet
Sir
first.
Kuno doesn't even do a thumb, bro. He does fingers,
It's always
multiple.
good to have your helmet well polished before battle.
Bro's making puppets in there.
I'll watch your right side then, yeah? Hey! Hey, fellas. Well, since it's so dark, why don't we just sneak in and take them down stealthily? What's so fucking funny?
That's not really our style, Sonny.
Anyway, Yak stinks to high heaven. Smell him a mile off.
And they'd hear your loudmouth blabbering a mile off, too.
Fuck.
What's up, brother? Heart in your mouth.
Jesus, what the fuck?
It's a sign from God, Peter. A foretaste of what we'll do with the liquid...
Yeah, I feel like if we would have waited, we would also have all gotten significantly drunker. So, don't think that would have been the tactical play. I like how sword fighting noises are playing, even though we're not even like... The battle hasn't started. Holy shit, the battle has started now, though. My fucking frames are battling.
Cry now.
Hey!
Hey!
Talk to the members of Sir Kuno's band. No, I think I'm gonna press E on all of these dead guys. Dude, the mic doesn't pick up me talking sometimes. There's no way it picked up that fucking, like, a micro burp I just did. That's crazy. I'm blowing my whole computer up with dynamite.
Come and have a bit of a punch-up, Henry. A bruise or two will put some colour in your cheeks.
What did you just say to me?
You want to have a scrap with me?
Scrap? That's putting it in vulgar terms. I want to challenge you to an honourable bout of combat. You've nothing better to do right now anyway.
All right, but let's make it a bit more interesting.
You're a man after my own heart. Tell you what, let's make it a lot more interesting.
Well, a wager like that will bring a bit of excitement into it at least.
You're very sure of yourself, ain't you? Well, you're not the only one. So let's do it. Shit. Now you're...
We're dancing in the moonlight.
Here!
This was the one that ran up on me while I was fist fighting Dangler. I wonder if he just fucking wanted to fist fight. Oh my god, you gotta knock that shit off, bro.
Missed!
I know you're itching to get scrappy, but you don't have to fucking wail on me. I call that one the fellatio.
Had it in him.
That's fucking stupid. I wonder if I can loot him. I won't let me loot him. I'm just gonna take his kettle hat off. Look at him.
Or maybe it was that Jew.
Up for a game?
Always. I've got some nice little items to wager. What do you say?
Well, that depends what you have.
I've got a shield, a jupon, and a very fine embroidered hat. The shield's
What's a
got the Rickfall
jupon?
crest, a nice piece, handles well, and tough enough to take quite a battering. Then I've got this combat jupon. Not only does it look good, but it'll help keep your skin in one piece. And then there's this noble hat. It's not a lot of use on the battlefield, but if you want to look elegant around town, it'll certainly make a big impression on folk. And the girls will be fainting at your feet.
I could use that jupon.
All right, but what will you wager? After all, fine things like these here don't just grow on trees.
Actually, I don't want to play.
This should be enough, right?
Just fucking leave.
That'll do me. Let's play.
This guy's gonna cheat, isn't he? This guy's gonna hack. And I'm gonna hack him to pieces.
Your fame precedes you, but you won't get the better of me.
Not a good start. Oh wait, that might have been stupid there. I hope it wasn't. Holy shit. I just win.
Shit!
Okay. This is crazy.
How about that game then? Have you?
I do indeed.
I'm gonna
like the
just
sound of
try
that
and play
shield.
for all of it.
All right, but what will you wager? After all,
This should be enough, right?
that'll do me.
See if I can replicate even a fucking fraction of that, because that was good.
So, bring it on.
Nope, didn't think so. I'll take 650. Rolling again after getting 1,000? Okay.
Should I? Shouldn't I? No,
You shouldn't.
I didn't.
Dude, holy fucking shit, he rolls again, he loses, he's gonna go run off a cliff.
This'll be the one. Your turn.
Don't see that often. Probably.
What the fuck is Dangler talking about?
You kept your mouth shut and stared at the table. Didn't say anything. Right at the grave. Wonder what her name was.
Well, there's no 2. Sucks. I have a lead. I'm not gonna play crazy. What even is that? What the fuck?
This'll be the one.
You're rolling again? God, shit, dude. How does he just keep getting these?
Finished.
1, 2, no 3. Sad. I just need 200 now and I win though. So unless he bangs out 1,000, I think I have good chances.
We'll see. We
will see. He said that and then he just inserted all his ones in. I fucking wow. Wow, dude. I need to go play the lottery.
How about that game then?
I doing.
I want that.
I like the sound of that.
All right. After all,
this is how he gets me.
This should be enough.
That'll do me. Why, oh why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again!
Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no. 2, 3, 6, 5, there's no, I'm stupid.
Not afraid of anything, eh?
Yippee! I swear to God, if I pass, or if I roll again, and it busts with a cup full of dice, I'm gonna fucking blow my computer up with a shotgun.
Lose everything.
It literally was close. It was very close to just being a fucking bust. Look at that shit, dude. Nothing on here is a standard point. If there weren't 3 threes, I would be fucked right now. I wouldn't have a computer anymore.
Finished.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
About time it went my way.
About time it went your way? That happened to you last game. What the fuck are you talking about?
We'll see. That's it. I don't believe it.
I'm gonna bust. What in the world, bro?
Damn.
That's craziness.
How about that game then?
I do indeed.
Give me your hat.
From the sounds of it, with a hat like that, I'll play you for it.
All right, but what will you wager? After all, fine things like these here don't just grow on trees.
This should be enough, right?
That'll do me. I can't wait to see how you throw. That's it. We'll see.
Are you for real, big dog?
Oh! Finished.
Henry, come here. We don't bite.
Great. Only 3 people at the table. I hope no one expects me to tell some entertaining anecdote from my travels. All right, Damien. Take it. Just fix your eyes on your own tankard. Like that.
that time in my helmet. Remember how you lovely black hair she had.
Oh no!
Probably a gypsy. Who even talked to you? You kept your mouth shut, staring at the table, didn't say a word. Quiet as
I hope that's the end of it. Should I? Shouldn't I?
You shouldn't. If you clap a dub on me right now, I'm gonna fucking crash out. I swear to God.
Holy
Oh
mother
my
of God,
God.
why do you punish me?
You don't have to take it so hard. It's just a game.
They left us some damn good booze here. And as my old man used to say, the fire
What
of
is he just
battle
pouring
must
that on
be
his
quenched.
face while he
Of
talks?
course, the only battle he was ever in was with Ma. But still, it fits. Anyway, I hope you'll drink with us.
Sure. Why look a gift horse in the mouth?
My words exactly. Me and the lads were just saying how we know nothing about you. Most of the folk around here have hardly been further than the village market. But you must have seen a thing or two.
I was trying to track down these bandits who raided the Neuhof stud farm, and the trail led to Ujitz. I made the acquaintance of the parish priest there.
Oh, I've heard some stories about him. Apparently he's quite a character.
That's putting it mildly. But he does keep his word, and he sure knows how to drink.
A typical man of the cloth, eh?
I don't know about other priests, but Godwin can booze like a master. So we ended up in the local tavern. What can I tell you? Wine, women, and song, you know how it goes. Well, we lost track of time a little, and then the bailiff came barging in and tells us it's past curfew and we're to clear out.
Was he on his own?
No, he had some men with him. I'm not sure how many. It's all a little blurry. Anyway, we explained to him politely that we had no intention of ending our enjoyment. So, after a bit of discussion with the bailiff, we carried on. Next morning, Godwin was as green as a frog and hardly able to walk. And then he realised he had to say mass.
That's a show I'd like to see.
Well, he couldn't do it. So he got me to preach the sermon.
You? Preaching? You're joking.
Well, I did my best. Of course, I wasn't in great shape myself, so I'm not sure what the flock made of it.
My word, you're a dark horse. Tell us another.
I feel like if I start spreading this rumor, I'm gonna get my fucking head chopped off. Like, I feel like 100% that story will spread, and I will get blown up. I don't think they want to hear about me throwing poop at a guy's house because he said something about the king.
Capon?
I heard his name mentioned in Colleen, in connection with some wench, as I recall. A young dandy, eh?
Yeah, that's him. He's going to inherit Ratai once he comes of age. I run some errands for him now and again. Well, once we were at the baths together, and his lordship wanted to seduce one of the bath maids.
Naturally, that's what the baths are for, among other things.
Yeah, but with Sir Hans, nothing is ever straightforward. First, I had to play strip dice.
That's good. Did you win?
I did, but I had to strip myself anyway to get into the tub. Only, no sooner had I done so, than his lordship demanded wine from the castle cellars, which is a long fucking way from there.
I reckon you're a man who can't resist a challenge.
If I'd been sober. I went all the way there and back in my undergarments.
Not true.
No sooner
I also
was
didn't
back
undress for the
than He
bath.
sent me to pick flowers for the girl from the castle gardens.
It's starting to sound like a fairy tale with 3 wishes.
Well, actually, he probably did have a third wish, but he didn't get a chance to say it.
How's that?
Well, I got back only to find the girl's sweetheart, some guard called Arsenballs, well, that's what Sir Hans called him, trying to drown him in the bath.
Drown a nobleman over a wench. That's balls, all right.
Well, Sir Hans was naked and drunk, so he didn't look very noble. Anyway, I tackled this fella and saved Sir Hans from him. It could have all got out of hand, but it ended with only a few bruises. Sir Hans never got his way with the girl, though.
All that trouble for nothing. Tell us another.
That was a fun story. Do you want to hear about how I threw poop in a
I've got
house?
a good one about something that happened in Skalitz.
I'm not sure Skalitz is an entertaining topic.
No, wait, you'll enjoy this one. Well, we had a German as a neighbour, a furrier he was, and he was always blabbering on about how Sigismund was the best thing for this country, and how Wenceslas wasn't worth a damn. Me and my mates got fed up with his horse shit. After all, he was insulting our king, and we weren't going to put up with that.
Regular patriots, eh?
And as it happened, this Deutsch had just whitewashed his house. Lovely and white, pure as the driven snow. And next to it was a big pile of fresh manure.
Ah, I think I see where this is going.
Wait, though, his wife was at home, you see. So I went to her and said, "Good wife, sorry to bother you, but your husband is in the tavern insulting the king." And she says, "Oh, God above, the fool is drunk and spouting nonsense again." So she jumps up and off she goes to give him an ear bashing, leaving the coast clear for our operations.
I can just imagine it.
Yeah, you should have seen it. How those shit pies stood out so prettily against that pure white background. And then the Deutsch's son turned up with his mates. Naturally, there was a bit of a brawl. And then the catchpole turned up and we had to beat a tactical retreat.
Quite the general, aren't you? A nice story, but let's just drink.
Yeah, no, I ran out of fun stories. The rest are about my family dying. Or how I will die from execution by firing squad. I like how they just left me here. I'm gonna assume I fell asleep at the table.